All right, in this section, we're simplifying polynomials. We're going to combine like terms, basically, for adding and subtracting. When we have an addition symbol here, we can just take the parentheses off. We don't have to worry about changing any signs. Okay, so we put our like terms together. N squared and 3n squared are like terms because the variable and the exponent are the same. We want to remember that there's really a 1 in front of that, so if I put them together, I get 4n squared. Negative 3n and positive n are like terms. There's really a 1 here. When I put them together, I get negative 2n. And then 14 and negative 25 are like terms, and when I put those together, remember it's like 14 minus 25, I get negative 11. So this would be my final answer. When I have a subtraction sign, I can take the parentheses off the first polynomial. The second one means I need to give that subtraction sign to every single piece. So it's going to be minus x squared. When I do minus a minus, that changes it to a plus. And minus a minus changes it to a plus. Now I can put my like terms together. I've got 2x squared and a minus x squared. That gives me 1x squared. I've got a plus 3x and a plus 4x. That makes 7x. And then I've got a minus 2 and a plus 1. That gives me minus 1. Okay, so that's the process that we're going to follow for all of these questions. Here, we take the parentheses off the first one, and we distribute that negative sign. So minus 8k plus 13 minus 2k squared. And I look for my like terms. This minus 2k squared has nothing that matches it, so it just stays by itself. Okay, then I've got this minus 8k and this minus 8k. Together they make minus 16k. Then I've got a 5 and a plus 13, and that makes plus 18. For the next one, I have a plus sign. Plus sign means I can just take off all of my parentheses. I don't have to change any signs. And now I'm looking for my like terms. My highest exponent is this m to the third. So I've got, positive m to the third and positive 7m to the third. This means 1m to the third, so that's 8m to the third. Then the next exponent down is a 2, so negative 3m squared and positive m squared. Remember, this is like a 1, so together those make negative 2m squared. Then I've got this m, and I've got this minus 6m. This is like a 1m, so that gives me minus 5m. And then last I've got my constants, so that makes positive 17. Now, when we're multiplying like this, we're distributing what's on the outside to every piece that's on the inside. Coefficient times coefficient, so 3 times 2 makes 6. A squared times a squared gives me a to the 4th because we do 2 times 2. And then that b to the 3rd just gets repeated. There's nothing to put that with together with for this term. Okay, next term. Coefficient times coefficient gives me negative 21. A to the 2nd times a to the 1st makes a to the 3rd. B to the 3rd times b to the 1st makes b to the 4th. And then last, coefficient times coefficient is going to give me a 3. A squared has no variable here to be put together with. B to the 3rd and b to the 2nd makes b to the 5th. And then you want to check to see if you have any like terms, if any of the variables and exponents match. They don't. They all have different exponents, so you're done. Okay, for this one, we're going to distribute 8p to the third plus 56p squared minus 16. Over here I've got a minus sign, so we need to keep in mind what we did at the top. It means minus 9p to the third plus 2p squared. And now I look for my like terms. 8p to the third and minus 9p to the third makes negative 1p to the third. I've got 56p squared and 2p squared. And then I've got that constant just sitting there by itself, so I need to make sure I repeat that. Okay, we are going to go ahead and stop this video here, and then we'll make another one.